So, hello everyone, welcome to Oliveboard, and we are here with the most awaited session discussing the strategy of the different subjects for this upcoming CGL 2025 examination. So, I'm here with Shefali ma'am as well as Kapil sir to give you the detailed the strategy, how to approach the subjects, how to do all the what will be the best approaches for you guys for this upcoming 60 days. Okay, so again, without further ado, let's start with my subject, that is quant, and the biggest the syllabus. So you see, I have kind of bifurcated, I have divided this whole strategy in 8 very simple and understandable points. So let's start with point number 1. That is you need to build your basics first. So now again, I won't say you have the time to kind of start from absolute scratch. But again, in that case, we'll discuss if you're someone who is starting from scratch, what should be your point of view in that case. But again, if your most of the basics are clear, wherever you are having a little bit of a problem, so let's say some student can have a little problem, especially in the advanced maths parts, geometry, it can be mensuration, it can be algebra. So wherever it might be, number system is one of the parts where many students I have found have a little bit of an issue. So again, first and foremost, you need to go through the foundation classes for that. You need to go through each and every concept, understand the concepts first. Then only you can move into the practice portion, right? So that's the first and foremost thing that you must do. Now, second, once you have learned the things, sir, how to solve the question. Now, again, solving the question will not help you clear the exam. Not again, you will only be able to clear the exam once you have the idea how to solve the question within a specified time, with a very quickly you need to solve those. So the speed thing is very important in that situation. So again, once you have the understanding, when you have a very clear understanding, then the next focus for you should be to achieve the level of speed that is completely required. Now again, once these two parts are done, then again the next part that goes will be the structured revision. Now here the revision, I always say I have a very simple rule for revision. Always pick 3 chapters. Always pick 3 chapters at once. One chapter will be a bigger chapter where you have a little bit of problem. Say for example, let's take a big arithmetic chapter, let's say time, speed and distance. So with that time, speed and distance, pick 2 smaller chapters. It might be the problem based on ages, another chapter might be partnership, which are a little, you see, from the concept wise, from the number of questions point of view, though these two are a little bit on the lighter side. So put your main focus on the bigger chapter, let's say in this case, time, speed and distance, and the other 2 chapters also. When you are preparing, when you are revising that bigger chapter, time, speed and distance, put at least, try to solve 40 questions each every day from the other 2 chapters. Meaning you are doing 3 chapters at once. But I hope you guys are getting my point. So the easier chapter, partnership, as well as the say problem on ages, you have the fundamentals clear. So just do a thorough practice on those chapters. Along with that, 1 hour, 1.5 hours, 2 hours you give to the exactly the time, speed and distance chapter in this case. So that will be now, I've just given you a very random example by taking 3 arithmetic chapters. It might be anything. Your main chapter can be geometry if you have a problem in geometry. Your main chapter can be mensuration. If you have a problem in mensuration, it can be algebra, it can be height and distance, it can be anything. So that completely depends on what your exact deficiencies are. So that will be a very good way of practicing, revising the whole thing. Why? Because you will have the confidence that I'm doing multiple chapters, my syllabus is also going forward, and also my problems, wherever I have the deficiencies, I am kind of working on that to improve on that front. Next is prioritizing PYQs will be one of the very important things right now. At this particular stage, as we have seen, the pattern for SSC have not changed that much. So again, PYQs will be like gold dust now. So again, very, very, very important for you that each and every one of you, you guys are like kind of practicing the good quality PYQs, like from any of the good source available. Now, the most important part of your like preparation for the remaining days will be mock tests. Now, only giving mocks is not going to be enough. Only giving the mocks, only just going through the mocks, going through the questions will not be enough. So again, you must do the proper analysis of those mocks. Wherever you have gone wrong, if you have done it right, what exactly went right. So you have to do a very thorough analysis of the mocks. And I'm sure I'll bring some sessions on the mock analysis separately. Again, just a second. Now the strategic coverage that I was talking about said 1+2, that thing. Take 3 chapters at the same time. That way, your mind is trained ki acha we are doing 3-4 chapters at once. So you will see the number of chapters that you have covered after, like say, after like at the midway point after 30 days. You will see you have like covered a comprehensive number of chapters. Perfect. Now, last but not the least will be optimizing the resources. Don't like kind of run behind all the books available in the market, all the content available in the market. That's a big mistake that we all tend to do. So again, that is something you must avoid. Like trust someone, pick a teacher who is at sync with you, who you think it's like he or she is teaching good, you are understanding whatever he or she is teaching, like kind of stick to that person. For books also the same thing. There are hundreds of books like that are available. Do not try to like, you are not building a library in your home, right? So again, it's very, very important to practice properly, not to go behind all the books available, all the teachers that are available. Correct? Now, the most important thing at the end will be to maintain the consistency. I always say the last person standing always wins. So it's about doing these small little things every day. It's not doing the things like kind of say for a stretch, like say for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It is always to do these things every day without fail 24/7 for the whole of let's say we have 60 days in front of us. So doing these things for each and every day of those 60 days, that is the most important thing. And I hope if you guys can do this for the upcoming 60 days, quant will be sorted for you guys. So again, so that was my 2 bits for quantitative aptitude. And again, I'd like to welcome actually Kapil sir for his 2 bits. Thank you. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words. And before I would like to say anything, would love to say that no electricity here. It's raining lions and tigers, not cats and dogs here. So I won't be visible, but my insights will be, I hope, to all of you. I've always said that, we'll keep on saying the same, that English comprises 3 sections: grammar, vocabulary, and reading part. I'll show you in detail also. Grammar makes your error detection, sentence improvement, voice, narration. When it comes to vocabulary, we have idiom phrases, one word substitutions, antonyms, synonyms, and spell check also. When it comes to the reading part, we have RCs. I know not in tier 1, but in tier 2, and they have a huge weightage in tier 2 examinations. Apart from that, close test in tier 1 and parajumbles also in tier 1. Comprising 2 questions each, we make those 25 questions, making those 50 marks. Why English deserves extra weightage, extra importance? Because in tier 2, 45 questions are there from English, not just 30 or 25 if I say. So if one can score maximum in tier 1 in English, if one can score maximum in tier 2 in English, he has that special benefit. He can grab more marks in tier 2 comparatively with the other subjects. So please focus on English from day 1. Don't take it for granted for tier 1 because you have to go get it also in tier 2 examination. For grammar, SSC has been asking for last 5 years the common tactics like double negatives, double superlatives, that superfluous statements and things like that. PYQs. I would say in between what Aritra sir said, If we follow the same strategy for English, if we follow the same strategy, in my opinion, for GAGS and reasoning also, we will have the same impact, we will have the same score because things are the same. SSC has been repeating their PYQs for last 25 or 7 years, I can say, starting 1997. The database, if you see of vocabulary, they have been asking the same. So go through PYQs. I have never ever in my life come across any topper or anyone who has got selected hasn't gone through PYQs of SSC examination, be it CGL, CHSL, CPO, Steno, or any other examination. So we will go ahead this way, keeping in mind what to do, what not to do in next 60 days to make our foundation for tier 1, also for tier 2 examination. We can't take both the tiers separately. Now we have GAGS and everything such in tier 2 examination also. So initially, I would say the same. The objective is to score high in the English comprehension English section. Let me say 25 questions, 50 marks to maximize overall tier 1 score. And students generally get 42, 44, 46, and sometimes 48 marks also, which is beneficial for you not only for tier 1 but also for tier 2. When it comes to vocabulary, which has a high weightage comprising antonyms, synonyms, one words, idiom phrases, spell check, it is also beneficial in fillers because we have words there. It is also beneficial for close tests because we have words there. So vocabulary has the high weightage. Trust me, if you go through last 20 years, don't be surprised. 20 years. If you go through last 5 years also, that is almost the same as 20 years. SSC has been repeating their vocabulary, say one words, idiom phrases across the years, across the examinations. So go through those words. If you are perfect at that, you can check in CGL 2024 also, 80 to 90% of the words were repeated. I repeat, you can verify, go through the question papers. 80 to 90% of vocabulary words, antonyms, synonyms, idiom phrases, and spell and one words were repeated. 80 to 90%. So go through the PYQs for vocabulary. You will have a good command of vocabulary section, honestly. When it comes to grammar, the level has been easy for last 4 and 5 years. It will help you score maximum in error detection, sentence improvement, say fillers also, including vocabulary. Voice and narration deserves free marks because they are so simple to grab. Eliminate the options. That's it. When it comes to the verbal abilities, say the comprehension part, RCs, we don't come across RCs in tier 1, but for tier 2, say out of those 45 questions, we have 15 questions, making 33.33 percentage of RCs. Only and only RC deserve that importance. So we have to consider that through the reading part. We have close test, 5 questions. We have parajumbles, 2 questions, and they can be done only by your reading part. I would say something. Go through diverse topic every single day like I am a student. Do you read newspapers? Yes, sir, I do. What do you read? I open the newspapers from behind. I just watch cricket news and then I close them. I read newspapers on a daily basis, but I read the same content, same, what should I say, topic, flow, tone, theme, and such. It's not going to be beneficial. I may be a student of engineering, but I may come across an RC or a close test from biology department. I may be a student of commerce, but I may come across an AI related topic in my pre, in my mains, in a close test, in an RC and such. Go through diverse topics when you read. Open a newspaper, someday read technology, someday innovations and such, someday biology, someday commerce, someday say entertainment part, someday sports section, anything such, because we come across those diverse topics in parajumbles, in say close test, in your RCs also. Remember to diversify your reading skills. That is going to help you. If you follow the same strategy for every topic, it may not help you in your reading section because content is so diverse in SSC examination. Why English matters, why we are emphasizing scoring section. Consistent effort with them, you can score pretty much in English, not just in tier 1, but also in tier 2. I repeat, it has 45 questions in your tier 2 examination. Divide your English preparation in 3 phases, I would say. We have some 60 days. You can make 20, 20, 20. In the initial 20 days, build your foundation, go through grammar, videos, classes, notes, and such, and you have strong grammar foundation. Your, say, error detection, voice narration part will be okay. Keep on reading vocabulary on a daily basis of the PYQs. First of all, refer to any book like MB Publications. It has a complete database. Black Book, I think you have heard of it. Word Power Made Easy, not to forget that, and such. And yes, reading will be okay. So in the next 20 days, phase 2, you will keep on scoring, say, 80 marks, 100 marks, 120 marks. Keep on analyzing those also. What are the mistakes we are committing? Actually, mistakes are also of two types. One is the silly mistakes, that is our fault. One is the concept based mistake that we were not aware of. Improve your silly mistakes. That will help you that you should not commit the same again. Accept those, learn those concept based mistakes that you were not aware of, so that once you come across them next time, you will be able to attempt those also. If I say the same here, concluding things, build a strong foundation, grammar. Start with books, notes that you have. And as Aritra sir said, across the internet, we have n number of sources of classes, videos, notes. We have thousands of PDF in our phone, in our laptop and such. Trust one teacher or a couple of teachers, not more than that, because everyone has a unique style. If you follow multiple sources, for sure you are going to get diverted. They are different people, they follow their own strategy. If you follow all of them and their strategy, you are at a disadvantage. Honestly, follow one that you trust, the content of that person, that is going to be beneficial for the examination. So yeah, if you have good foundation of grammar, you can attempt all these things. Practice daily, that is a must for all of you. Learn the daily dose of vocabulary. You can go through the Hindu editorials for reading part also, word power, not to forget that. And yes, active recall of vocabulary. We cannot remember a word if we just go through that once. Keep on revising, keep on repeating the same again and again and again. You can use flashcards, create your own word lists, and try to use words and sentences in your own way to remember them. Previous year, I have said dozens of times in this video itself, enhance your comprehension verbal ability, which will help you in tier 1, which will help you in tier 2. 5 questions straight from close test, the most in tier 1 examination of SSC. And yes, the targeted practice also is important. And last but not the least, practice and analysis, the game changer. I'm sure it's visible to all of you. If you follow the PYQs, which is a must for all of us, you get the clear idea what SSC asks, what they repeat, and what they emphasize, not the teachers or the students. Follow mock tests. Being at Oliveboard has its own perks. You get high quality mocks, you get relevant mocks here. Do analyze them, don't leave them. Just that was my score after the mock. Don't leave them. Analyze your mistake, learn from those mistakes, and last but not the least, I should say again, time management is equally important. I may be solving a question of mathematics in 7 minutes at home, but in the examination, I won't get 7 minutes to solve a puzzle of reasoning or say a question of mathematics in the examination. So all these things are equally important as time management. If you follow this properly, I'm sure people get selected in the very first year they appear in an examination. If I missed something, Shefali ma'am is here to put forth the best she can. Welcome, ma'am, for GA and GS. Hello, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Okay, everyone. Hi, very good evening, first of all. So, in your SSC CGL examination notification house is out, and the starting date was 9th June, and the last date of application form filling is 4th of July. Okay, so don't be late and just fill your form and start prepare. Okay. So, first of all, let me tell you the weightage of general studies, general awareness in your competitive exam. So, if you figure out the SSC CGL tier 1 and tier 2, in a total way, there are around 125 marks your GS is going to be asked. Okay, so in total, GS comprises 125 marks in a SSC CGL examination. Now, if we go through the previous year question, at least from last 3-year previous year question, let me tell you the weightage of each and every subject. First of all, the each and every subjects, what I want to mean. So the meaning is your polity weightage, history, economics, science, geography, static and current affair. Right. So if you follow and analyze the previous year questions of last 3 years, there's a lot of chances that the questions of history is going to be asked lot, right? So this is a part of history. So please focus on Gupta Empire, focus on pre-Gupta Empire, post-Gupta Empire, pre-Maurya age and the post-Maurya age. These are the very important and big point. Also, even SSC CGL 2024, they have asked a lot of questions from the Delhi Sultanate too. Okay, so Delhi Sultanate is also equally important for you, right? Then after, the next weightage is the current affair as well as the static GK. Actually, due to the static GK, there's a you will see there's a less weightage of geography and other subjects. For example, in a case of geography, there's a less weightage. Why I'm saying this? Because usually static GK is asked in a manner of geography. For example, important dams, for example, important lakes, for example, important national highway. So if you are also covering your geography part, for example, the river system in India, for example, the waterways or the seaways part, definitely you are going to cover the static GK part also, right? So that is why I'm giving a most appropriate subjects for your preparation is first history, second is static GK, third is current affair, and then after science and the polity. So science and polity has some equal weightage. For example, if there's a, because science having a 3 subject, that is your physics, chemistry and bio. So obviously the number of questions, there's a high chances to come from the science part, not the polity part. But still, if you are focusing or analyzing your SSC CGL 2024, even in a one set, they have asked multiple article based question. Okay, so this is the analysis of your previous year question, and on this analysis my whole strategy is based on only on this analysis. See, now first of all, the static GK and the current affair are pivotal, each accounting for approximately 20% of the GS portion or the general studies portion. Now second thing is always complete your circle. Now the circle is concept, then after revision or the practice question, previous year question, mock test, close the circle. Concept time has gone, everyone, because there's only 50 or 60 days left. Okay, so definitely through a previous year question, through your questions part, you can analyze your concept, you can revise your concept part, that's all. Then after, practice is very important, whether you are interested in a previous year question or the topic wise question. Okay, then after, as Aritra sir also mentioned this, only giving a mock test is not sufficient. Please try to analyze your mock test on each and every days, and as the days passes, increase the number of mock test also. Okay, so always, because the static GK and current affair is the most crucial part, so target study, especially focus on SSC relevant topic. Okay, do not dive in a topic of UPSC and the PCS level. Sometime in a YouTube student asks, ma'am, please give a high level question. There's no need to give a or attempt a high level question, because SSC is not going to ask you a UPSC level question, right? They have some level. Now, topic prioritization, as I have already mentioned you, static GK topic, I'm giving you a list. Then after approach, approach is already mentioned. See here. For example, if you analyze your previous year question, there are very same pattern they are following, especially the question from the vitamin and the disease, question from the body parts affected by the disease, SI units, physics concept. Now, physics concept means gravitation, electricity, light, magnetism, and wave, sound, and motion. These are the top topics of SSC CGL. Then after, in a case of government schemes, all the prominent in 2024-25 government scheme, almost static GK based questions are asked from this section, right? Then after, list of cabinet minister, government, state government schemes, GST, article amendment, and the budget. Also, I want to include in this census 2011 too. Okay. Then after, come to the history part. As I have already mentioned you, Gupta, post-Gupta Empire, post-Mauryan Empire, then after your Vijayanagar Empire, whole part, Delhi Sultanate, modern history, very important. Okay, in a case of geography, national parks, Indian river system, Indian physiography is very important. In your parallel exam also, they are giving a lot of questions from the physiography, right? Then after, in a current part, always try to current part, especially whether if you are interested month wise, or you want to complete that current affair part with the topic wise. Topic wise means you are interested for the 6-month data of appointment and the resignation, 6-month data of all the exercise, or you can choose a 1 month, January 2025 month and exercise, January 2025 important event, summits, conference, January 2025 all the exercise. Okay, so you can choose by yourself to how to cover your current affair, right? Because there's ultimately you just have to revise your content. Okay. So this is a complete part of your static GK, your general awareness strategy, guys. Let me summarize it. First thing is revise your concept. Second is MCQ practice. Third is previous year question. Once you done these three options, then after you can switch to the mock test, and not only mock test, please analyze your mock test as well. Okay, so this is the strategy of the journal awareness section, as ultimately you have to revise your concept. Ultimately you need to attempt the questions. Okay, and there's a one more thing in a final part, that we have already given a blockbuster success in the SSC CGL 2024. There's a AIR one Shubham Agrawal ji, and then after Manjot Singh ji, right? And also you can see the other success results. So you can also see yourself in these photos in SSC CGL 2025, and to target SSC CGL 2025, definitely Oliveboard is helping our student by giving a big bank sale that is giving you 54% discount on each and every super elite, SSC super elite or the railway super elite, or whatever you want to take a subscription. Okay, so here we have completed this session, everyone. Thank you so much. All the best. We'll be